The lecture hall hummed with the soft vibrations of recycled air. 42 students from 11 different species sat in curved rows, their bioluminescent skin, chitinous shells, and gas-filled membranes all shifting with quiet anticipation. Professor Ixar, a tall villain with 4 pale eyes, tapped the holographic display at the front of the room. Today, he announced, we study the Deathworlds. A low ripple of unease moved through the class. Several of the younger Breathii pressed their secondary limbs tightly against their thoraxes. Specifically, Ixar continued, pulling up a blue-green marble rotating slowly in 3 dimensions, we study Earth. Homeworld of the humans. Ixar began with numbers. He always began with numbers. Earth's gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared, he said. Its atmosphere is 21% reactive oxygen, a concentration toxic enough to corrode metal over time. Its surface temperature ranges from -89 degrees Celsius to over 56. Storms on this planet release energy equivalent to nuclear detonations. The oceans, which cover 70% of the surface, reach depths of nearly 11 kilometers and contain creatures of extraordinary lethality. One student, a young Prothean named Uvash, raised a thin appendage. Professor, how do the humans survive in such a place? That, said Ixar, is precisely what we are here to learn. The door to the lecture hall slid open. Every head turned. He walked in like it was nothing. 2 legs, bipedal, a soft frame that looked almost fragile. He wore a gray shirt with the words Fort Bragg alumni printed across the chest, and he carried a metal cup of something hot that steamed in the recycled air. His name, according to Ixar's introduction, was Sergeant First Class Marcus Webb, retired. He was 43 years old and had spent 22 of those years in what the humans called the United States Army. He looked around the room at 42 alien students staring at him, took a slow sip from his cup, and nodded. Hey, he said. Uvash could not help itself. You are from Earth? It asked, its translator clicking rapidly. The Deathworld? Marcus set his cup down on the edge of Ixar's podium. Born and raised. West Texas. Rattlesnakes, scorpions, drought, flash floods. He paused. Tornado country. The room went completely silent. My grandfather, Marcus continued, got struck by lightning. Twice. Survived both times. Lived to 91. He shrugged. We called him Lucky Dale. A Breathii in the second row made a noise that translated roughly as that is not possible. Marcus looked at it calmly. Friend, he said, on Earth, everything is trying to kill you from the moment you're born. Bacteria, viruses, parasites, weather, terrain, other animals, sometimes other humans. A slow smile crossed his face. We just got real good at not dying. Professor Ixar dimmed the lights and played a clip from Earth's own archives, something the humans called a nature documentary. On screen, a soft-voiced narrator described a creature called a honey badger. The class watched it get bitten by a venomous snake, go limp, and then, after a few minutes, simply wake up, shake itself off, and continue moving. The Breathii made the sound again. That is not possible. Marcus pointed at the screen. That's not even the scary one. He pulled up another clip. A human, a woman in athletic clothes, no armor, no weapon, chased an antelope across open savanna in the blazing heat. Not for minutes. 4 hours. The antelope, built for explosive speed, eventually collapsed from exhaustion. The woman jogged up to it, barely winded, and knelt beside it. Persistence hunting, Marcus said quietly. We can't outrun most things on our planet. So we just follow them until they can't breathe anymore. We've been doing that for 2 million years. The lecture hall was absolutely, completely silent. Professor Ixar stepped back to the podium as Marcus retrieved his coffee. And this, Ixar said, gesturing toward the human, is why Earth is classified as a death world in every known galactic record. Not merely because of its environment. He let that sit for a moment. But because of what that environment made. Marcus Webb drained the last of his cup, crushed it flat in one hand without thinking, and set it on the podium. Uvash stared at the crushed cup. Marcus noticed. He looked down at it. Then back up. Sorry, he said. Habit. Nobody laughed. Not even the humans.